Alex from Wedding Show TV. Today we'll be speaking to Koulla Horatta, the founder of The Wedding Lounge, the leading wedding styling consultancy based in North London and Essex. We'll be discussing ways to style your perfect wedding venue. Koulla, thank you so much for having us today.
It's a pleasure, thank you for coming.
No, thank you. Koulla, there are so many venues now for couples to choose from elaborate stately homes to farms and marquees. With stately homes, what would be your advice for someone planning a wedding there? Are there any specific restrictions?
Well, yes, many stately homes do have restrictions. So if you have a vision of how you want your wedding to look, i.e. if you want drapes or you want dance floors or candelabras, it's worth asking the questions before you book if you are allowed to have them.
Yeah.
They won't allow you to attach anything to the walls, so the likelihood is you would have to go for freestanding items and possibly LED candles.
Ah, so you can't have naked flames or anything like that?
Not usually. It does depend from venue to venue, but it is definitely something you should ask your venue about.
Ah, so some people would go down the much simpler route, maybe not go down the hired venue route and go for a marquee in their garden. Obviously then they're faced with a blank canvas.
Absolutely.
How do they go about dressing a venue like that?
Well, the great thing about a plain marquee is you can go in and make it completely personal to your taste. As it's so basic usually, it's usually a good idea to bring in lighting, some sort of ceiling drapes and possibly some chandeliers to make it a little bit more glamorous. Mm-hmm. Also, lighting is key as the marquee will transform from day to night into completely different venues.
Ah, okay, that's interesting. So would you recommend a bride-to-be to go and visit the venue at different times of the day to
Absolutely,
see the
different times of the day a venue can appear completely different, and also different times of the year. As you know, from summer to winter, a venue can be completely different and may have different requirements.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think weddings are becoming more and more about the couple's own personality and individuality. So I suppose that's the great thing about a marquee, that you can put your own stamp on it.
Yeah.
Have you come across any really alternative, different venues?
What we've been finding recently is a lot of brides-to-be are looking at clubs and bars. They're usually decorated very nicely. They've got state-of-the-art lighting and sound systems, so half the work's done for you. So you've got to go in is maybe have an elaborate centrepiece and all the special touches and make it look really, really personal.
Okay, so maybe for someone on a slightly lesser budget and they don't have the
Yeah, I mean, because half the work is done usually in a venue like that, and if you go for a weekday wedding, you can usually get quite a good deal.
Ah, that's really good advice.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Koulla, for speaking to us today.
Pleasure.
You can meet Koulla and all the other experts featured in our programmes at the National Wedding Shows. Please visit nationalweddingshow.co.uk for more details.